Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the views so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a quick beer review. We are going to do another one of these. Is such and such beer still great? And today we are going to find out if Haze is still great. I am of the belief that Haze is a great beer. This was one of my favorite Treehouse beers back in the day. I think this was like the third or fourth Treehouse beer I ever reviewed. 8-9 years ago, somewhere around there. So it looked a lot different than this can does now. But this is Haze from Treehouse. It is a double IPA. It is 8.2%. And this beer, from my memory, is great. So we're going to find out if it's still great. I hope it is. So, canned on. This says Haze for days. Gosh, we used to say that all the time back then. April 24th, so time of recording. We are exactly 1 month in the can. Beer comes courtesy of my man Kelly. I appreciate you. Sent me a bunch of awesome Treehouse beers, and we have been making our way through them. We are using an actual Haze glass. I mean, this is the properest of glassware, right? It can't get any proper. It says fucking Haze right on it. See it? It says Haze. I wasn't lying to you. So, I hope I love this beer still. It's been, I don't even remember the last time I had Haze. It's been years, plural. It is amazingly hazy. It is glowing in the glass. It looks like orange or pineapple juice. Finger of fluffy, bright white head. It is sudsy. It looks awesome in that proper glassware. I keep washing these glasses out and it's just getting water everywhere. And it's upsetting me. So, let's see what old Haze smells like. What does this smell like? Is it mango? It's like mango-y, peachy, and I think citrus fruit, like orange. It doesn't smell explosive. But it's got that cool, like, Treehouse. It's like a... Is it vanilla? There's a sweetness to it. It's very much orange juice. I think mango is right. It's like it has like a peppery, earthy thing. And it's like stone fruity. This doesn't smell as amazing as I remember it smelling. It's got an earthy thing to it. What is Haze? Like, Haze doesn't have, there's no Nelson in Haze, right? It almost reminds me of like that Nelson Funk. It smells good. It just doesn't smell like, I remember just absolutely losing my mind over what this smelled like. I think it's more stone fruity than I remember too. So let's go and taste it. Kelly, cheers. Appreciate you. It's still delicious. It's so weird. Like that kind of funk thing that I was smelling, you don't taste it at all. This is orange, peachy, mango juice with like just a soft bitterness, like right on the side of my tongue. Again, with this one, it's over 8%. It does not drink like an over 8% beer. I wish I knew what that that was that I'm smelling, because I don't taste it. That's so strange. Yeah, orange juice, stone fruit, like peachy, nectarine with like a cool, I think that bitterness is what is my brain is perceiving as like a peppery kind of mango thing. It's even like passion fruity. It's delicious still. I'm so stoked that this beer's still really good. Is this beer still great? Sure. This beer's great. This is, one of Treehouse flagship beers that they've been brewing all these years. And I'm just glad. I've had so many like hit or miss cans of green over the years. It kind of bummed me out. But I don't think I've ever had a can of Haze where I'm like, this beer just isn't that good. Every time I have Haze, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's, I think with green, honestly, it's the Galaxy hops that they use. I mentioned that in other videos. Like, Galaxy has just been fucking trash the last couple years, and I don't know why. I think that's the issue with green. I don't think Haze has Galaxy in it, and I think maybe that's why I've never had a can of Haze where I'm like, this beer's just okay. This beer's still really, really good. I just wish I knew what that was that I was smelling. This one too, a little bit of that like sourdough bread sweetness on the finish. a nice little bitterness. But this is like classic Treehouse Haze. Classic Treehouse hazy beer. It's juice. It's juicy. It's bright. It's fruit forward. But it's super fucking drinkable for over 8%. So good to know that this beer is still awesome. I'm stoked. Not that I was worried, but you always get kind of let down, like when you have a beer that you haven't had in a while that you're like, oh man, I used to fucking love this beer. And then you drink it and you're like, man, it's not what I remember. This beer is, I mean, how do I remember a beer from my first review? I think of this, I'm telling you, it was probably 9 years ago, somewhere around there. I fucking have no clue what that, I'd have to go back and watch that. It was probably terrible. I don't want to watch it, but this beer to me is still fantastic. We will leave it at that. I remember loving Haze, very hazy, very hazy. All of the like Haze and all the variants I've ever had, I really, really enjoyed them. So it's good stuff. So that is Haze. It is still great from Treehouse. You guys still fans of this one? I hope so. What is that I'm tasting? I don't know. I wish I knew. Or smelling, and then it's kind of starting to come over on the taste. I don't know what that is. It's not bad though. So anyways, that is it. Appreciate you guys watching. See you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.